guys, today is probably one of the most requested videos that I've honestly ever had to film because you guys kept asking me over and over and over and over again, when are you gonna get your Glamlite package?
When are you gonna get your Glamlite package?
When are you gonna get your Glamlite package?
I'm like, I don't know because I don't have a tracking for it because Glamlite sent me these. I've been checking my mail like twice a day for the past 2 weeks, not gonna lie. And when I saw it yesterday, I was like, oh my god, it finally came. I was so happy. So that's what we're going to be testing out today. Literally so excited. Like, I could not be more excited. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you first everything that was in the package that I got. I didn't get the full collection, but I did get a very good sampling of pretty much everything. The only things that I didn't get were a couple of the lip products, but that is totally fine because I love everything that I did get. So we'll save the palette for last because that's obviously like the most exciting thing. So let's start off with the lip products. And can we just talk about the packaging on like everything in this collection? It is so well thought out. So this is the chocolate popsicle lip set. It retails for $28. It comes with 3 different lip products. It has 2 glosses and 1 lipstick in it. The first lip gloss here is called Chocolate Chip. This is basically like a kind of peachy nude, but it's not like too peachy. It's definitely more on like the neutral leaning nude side or like the brown leaning nude side, which I really like. I'm super excited for this. We also have the shade here called Sweet Fudge, which is basically the same color as the first one, but with kind of like some glitter particles in it and it's not as opaque. And then lastly, I think this is a liquid lipstick. This one is in the shade Chocolate. It's a beautiful chocolate brown. I love brown lip products personally, especially for fall. Not sure how well they're gonna go with like the palette because I don't plan on doing a neutral look, but we'll see when we get there. I'll probably end up using like the lightest of the glosses because I feel like that's gonna go the best with whatever look I end up creating today. They also sent me 3 pairs of lashes here, which of course you guys know I don't really wear a lot of lashes, but I'm definitely going to play with these a little bit. I do want to try out one of them today. I haven't really decided which one yet, but we'll see when I'm done with the look what I end up using. First up is the Ice Cream Glam Sandwich Lashes. These all retail for $12. The packaging on everything is just the cutest ever. I just love it. Then we have the Chocolate Taco Lashes. The waffle thing on the inside is just, it cracks me up. It's just so funny. And lastly, we have the Ice Cream Cookie Sandwich Lashes. So like I said, all are $12. They're all very dramatic and very intense. They might be a little bit too big for my eyes, so I'm probably gonna have to make them into like kind of half lashes, but I'm excited to test them out still. And then of course we have the star of the show, which is the palette. Oh my god, again, the packaging on it, it came inside of like an ice cream truck, and I really appreciate that. The packaging on the palette itself is just a square, you know, it's not like a crazy shaped palette. Even though I love my cake palette, it's still a little bit annoying that it's not like square all the way around the edges, you know, but this is really cute. I love the sprinkles inside of the packaging. And then you have the palette on the inside. So cute, so colorful, just so many options. I love the variations of like mattes and shimmers in it. I love that there is some depth in the mattes. There's really nothing I don't like about this palette. I'm so excited to put these on my eyes, and when I swatched this palette, it swatched so well. The shimmers look so freaking stunning. They're so wet looking and nice. And just the different colors in the shimmers, I feel like there's a lot of very unique shimmers in this palette. Like, I don't have a lot of sort of lighter colorful shimmers. I feel like a lot of times with shimmers, brands don't really make like a pastel pink shimmer or like a pastel, I don't know, turquoise shimmer. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's just a lot of things in this palette that you don't see in other palettes. So I feel like this is going to become like a kind of a staple palette in my collection, if you will, because there are so many unique tones in it. It is quite an expensive palette. It is $45, but when you look at the packaging on it, you look at all the custom made details and just everything that went into this palette, and it also has a lot of shades. I feel like $45 is really not that bad. So let's go ahead and start with one of these lip products. Did I mention it has a mirror on the back? How freaking cool is that? I wish every lip product came with a mirror, so when you know, bring it with you, you don't have to have a separate mirror just to like reapply your lip product. I think that is a brilliant idea. I'm going to line my lips with a lip liner because my lips are so small that I like something to just put down a little bit of a base before I go in with a gloss that's not super opaque. So I'm going to use this one from Sourmay. It's in the shade Stripped. And then let's go ahead and see what this gloss looks like. So I'm sure you can see it's not the most opaque gloss. I went in with quite a few layers. It does feel nice and comfortable though. It's definitely not a very sticky gloss by any means. It does have a little bit of a scent to it, but nothing too overpowering in my opinion at least. I can't really put my finger on like what it is that it smells like, but it definitely smells like something, and it doesn't smell sweet. I don't know. I can't really tell you like what it smells like. It just kind of smells like a lip product. I don't know. I was kind of hoping it would smell like chocolate, but it doesn't, which makes me a little sad, but you know, you can't win them all. So let's go ahead and I guess dig into this palette now. So I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm going to use my Natasha Denona eyeshadow base because it is one of the most reliable ones that I have, and it's also nice and wet, which I feel like shadows like this, like pastels and stuff, kind of needs a little bit more of a wet base than maybe some other shadows do. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this as my primer today. Now, of course, pastels will perform better if you use a white base, but I am just not one of those people who like to use a white base. I don't know, it's just not really my thing. The only time I use white is if I do a cut crease and I put a matte all over my lid and I really want that matte to pop, but I really don't like having that kind of white like underneath my brow. But I think this is going to be light enough that we're not gonna have any issues, and Glamlite shadows are usually super pigmented anyway. So I keep looking at this palette, and like the two shades that are really standing out to me is this green and this yellow. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and do like a two-toned crease and use those in my crease. Maybe I'll deepen it up a little bit with this one, but let's start with the yellow. I'm going to put the yellow in the front half or so of my crease. It picks up beautifully on my brush, so I'm just gonna go ahead and really pack this in where it is that I want it to be. I want to make sure that I get these shades to be as bright as possible, so I don't want to do a lot of blending. I don't want to really blend and build too much with these. I just kind of want to give them time to shine and see what they can really do. So this is a really nice yellow. At first when I put it on this eye, my first thought was like, that's kind of cool tone, but I think it's just because I had a little bit of staining left on this eye from yesterday where I had a little bit of blue, and then when I went to put the shadow on top, it started pulling a little bit cool toned. But on this eye, it's definitely a very nice and warm toned yellow. Super, super pretty. I really like that. So let's go into the green here, which is called Pistachio. And I'm going to just put that right next to where I put down the yellow. Just going to pack this on. Just gonna blend these together in the middle here. And I don't think I want this to be like a super complicated look. I think I just want to do these two colors here and then do like a couple of shimmers on my lid. I am going to take this down to my lower lash line as well and just kind of do the same all the way around my eye here. I will say that this formula seems to be a little bit more on the you have to build it up kind of side than some of the other shades from Glamlite. I don't know if it's just these colors, but it's taken a little bit of time to just get them to be as vibrant as they are in the pan and to really get them to be super nice and pigmented and opaque, but they are definitely doing what I want them to do. I just feel like it's taking maybe a little bit longer than what I'm used to. But I mean, these are looking beautiful on the eyes, and this green is sticking to my lower lash line much better than I expected. So I am very pleased with this. I am going to just put down the yellow as well under my eye. Now I guess let's see if we can get just a little bit of depth on the outer corner here. I'm gonna use the shade which is called Green Tea. And I just wanna see if I can get a little bit of some extra something just on the outer corner of my eye before I go in with some shimmers. This is going to blend very nicely into that green as well. This is such a beautiful color. It's not really adding like a lot of depth. I do kind of wish that there was maybe a darker green or a darker blue in this palette. Since there are some deeper, like warmer tones, I wish that there was maybe some deeper, cooler tones as well. But it's still a really, really pretty color. And I know that they wanted this to be like a more of a pastel palette, so I totally get it. But I'm always over here wanting depth, but that's really pretty. A little bit of fallout with this shade, but probably my own fault for going in too heavy, but I think this looks very nice. So let's see, what do I want to do for my lid? Like I was saying, I don't think I want to do anything super fancy, so I'm thinking I just want to do Birthday Cake, which is this kind of, is it just a green? No, it's like a turquoise. That's really pretty. I'm gonna use that kind of in the middle of my lid and blend it out into that outer corner. And then I think for the inner portion, I'll use a little bit of lemon. And then for the very inner corner, I'm gonna go in with this kind of toppery shade here, which, oh, that looks so pretty and nice and wet looking. So I think that's going to be the plan. So let's start with the shade Birthday Cake. I am gonna put down some of my NYX glitter primer first though, because I just like doing that. Just gonna place that glitter primer all over my lid where I want the shimmers to go. And I want to work kind of quick here before this dries, so I'm going to grab the shade called Birthday Cake with the same brush. Like I said, just going to start by placing this in the middle of my eye and blending it outwards. That is a beautiful, beautiful shade. That is really freaking pretty. And then I'm going to grab the yellow, which is called Lemon, and I'm just going to put that in the front portion. That is really pretty as well. Oh, I love Glamlite shimmers. They're just so nice and textured and wet looking and shiny. Ooh, they look so good together, and these are going to blend like a dream. So I'm just dragging this over the green and a bit of a diagonal line here. Oh, did you see how those just merged together with one stroke? Oh, so pretty. Taking a little bit more of that Birthday Cake shade and just kind of putting that on the outer corner of my eye as well. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Actually, never mind. I said I was going to use a little bit of that inner corner shade as well. So I'm going to take the one here called French Vanilla, which is the top one. This one is a little bit crumbly, so I am going to spray that just to make sure that it sticks where I want it to stick and doesn't end up on my face. And I'm going to take a little bit of that just right in my inner corner here. Oh, that is really pretty too. Just going to wrap this around a little bit to my lower lash line. Okay, super easy first look. I'm going to finish off my eyes, do some liner or mascara, maybe put on one of these lashes. I'll let you know which one I ended up going with and how much I trimmed them when I get back. But let me go ahead and finish off and I will show you the final look. Okay, so here's the completed look. Not sure if I feel like these lashes suit me, but on the other hand, I also feel like they look kind of cool. I feel like every time I put on lashes, I'm like, not so sure about this because I'm just not really used to seeing me in like crazy lashes. I do think that maybe these are a little bit too big for me because I do have very hooded eyes and very small eyes, but I still think that they look kind of cool. So the ones that I went with were the ice cream sandwich lashes. Obviously the application is probably not perfect and I did have to cut off quite a bit. So I basically had to cut off like 4 little strips, if you can see that. But yeah, that's how much I cut off because like I said, they were just way too long for me. So needed to do something about that, but I do think that they look really cute. And I also did this thing with my liquid liner, which I'm not sure if I like it or not, but I kind of drew like fake lashes underneath my eye just so I could kind of get a little bit more balance on the outer corner. Not sure how I feel about it, but let's talk a little bit about this collection though. Like, first of all, I just need to give them props on the packaging because like I said in the beginning, I think the packaging on everything is just so well done, so well thought out, well executed. I really don't, there's nothing I would have done differently if it was up to me. Like, I just think that they nailed it. As for the palette, so far, I really like the palette. My only thing that I kind of, when I was playing with this, I kept going back to wishing that there was like a blue in this palette. Like, I wish there was a pastel blue in this palette, and I also wish that there was like a bit of a darker blue in this palette. It could just be me, and it could also just be because it is like the only thing that's really missing in this, so it's like very obvious that it's missing a blue. But I mean, other than that, it's a beautiful palette. I can't wait to play more with this. I'll definitely do a 3-look video with this at some point, so this is not a review, it's just a first impression. But so far, my first impression is great. I mean, the shimmers are just out of this world. They're so wet looking and reflective, if you can see them anymore behind the lashes, but they're really, really, really beautiful. The mattes needed a little bit of building up compared to what I'm used to with Glamlite, but I still felt like they performed very well as long as I was kind of willing to work with them. So I didn't have any problems per se. It just took a little bit longer than what I was expecting, but I mean, I'm very happy with this collection. And the lashes, I feel like I can't really speak for the lashes because I'm such an amateur when it comes to lashes that my opinions don't really matter. They were pretty easy to put on though. It is quite a thick lash band and it's not a clear lash band. So if that's something you don't like, you might not like this because you definitely need to put on like a liquid liner underneath. At least I felt like I did, but I think they look really cute and I kind of like them. I know a lot of you are going to say, I hate when you wear lashes, but you know, gotta branch out, gotta try something new. I do really want to like get good at knowing how to apply lashes so that if a situation comes up where I do want to wear lashes, especially out of the house and stuff, I want to know that I'm comfortable like putting them on, you know? So I'm just gonna keep practicing. I think they look okay. Let me know what you think. I kind of like them. As for the lip products, I mean, I only use one, so I can only speak for the one that I'm wearing, but I'm still wearing it because I like it, so that's really all I got about the lip products. I do think that the colors they chose were really pretty. I love the packaging on them, I love the mirror detail on them, but as for like the formula, obviously I can't speak for the other two because I haven't tried them yet. So that's gonna be it for this first impression video. Let me know if you guys ended up picking up this collection and how you feel about it so far. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. Also, for my multiple look video, is there any color combinations or anything like that that you maybe want me to play with? If a lot of you agree, I can definitely do that, so let me know down below. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, thank you to Glamlite for sending me this package. If you want to see some other first impression videos I have on my channel, here's my playlist, and if you're new, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.